Okay. Take care of that. We've had caffeine, had a little bit of a break, now good to go. You know, I just had the caffeine, I don't need you kickstarting in my heart as well. Ugh. This is going to be a theme of this level, isn't it? Just running face first into guards that somehow don't see me. Oh, God. Okay. Right. I'm down by the water tower still. Actually, that can't be right. I'm pretty sure that can't be right at all. I'll figure this out in a moment. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. Yeah. Giant... Oh, it's the support pillars of the walkways above us. I'm trying to figure out what the hell that was. It's like giant... Why am I not showing up on the map? No, seriously, why am I not showing up on the map? The area I'm in should be highlighted, right? Unless I'm off the map. Which is not the case. No, green key. That's Earth. So yeah, I should... That's weird. Guessing the map's just bugged. Oh, bugger. Bugger. Let's hide over.
All is
crap.
not still. Sweet silence return.
Kind of irritating when the game forces you to open a door in like a brightly lit area with like no opportunity to get out of the way, kind of thing. And there's very little space to hide. I'm quite lucky that these guys seem to have very poor peripheral vision, or it might be just poor vision range in general. I'd kind of be interested to see this game run in debug mode, just to see how their vision system works. I can imagine there'd be like search lines for their vision cone, assuming they've got a vision cone, in fact, on just like a straight line thing. Then there'd be something going on, which I presume would detect to what degree they can find noises and such. I don't know. Perhaps I'm getting too far into all of this these days. I'm actually starting to wonder rather, about how the programming underneath it all actually works. Right, what's in the book? Cool earth wraps tightly around us. Oh my! Constrictive veins of tower tunnels caress beating heart of grinding rock. In mastery of my element, I leap from stone to falling stone. Borders float as feathers. So... porn for earth mages? Is that what we're reading here, I guess? Weird ass stuff. Okay, let's leave that weirdo to his scribbling, shall we? That's... yeah. Just about to see where the bloody stairs actually are. Now, what time is it? I'm trying to remain at least half aware of what the time is, because my phone is due to sound an alarm at a specific point, because there's a few bits and pieces I need to go take care of. And obviously I want to make sure that I'm not going to be in the middle of recording while my phone's, you know, kicking up a samba. Whatever, actually, what ringtone have I got it set to? I can't remember. And one down. This floor, gravel or leaves? I can't quite tell. Looks sort of like leaves. In fact, this is reminding me of something. It reminds me of that, that weird place we went to. Oh, okay, there you go. Gravel it is then. But it reminds me of that weird place we went to in Metal Age, was it? With like the monkey men? That's what the design of this area is reminding me of quite intensely. Complete with the floating rocks. Not quite sure how that relates to earth elements, but I suppose, you know, the stones are made of rock / earth, but actually, can I stand on you and get on here, I wonder?
There is a strange presence.
Really, I can't jump and stand on you. Your hitbox extends that far.
The shadows will not.
Is that 2 people or 1?
All is still.
I can't tell if that's 2 people, if it's just like there's a really weird echo, and there's only actually 1. I mean, it makes sense for there to be an echo in a room that's, you know, 90% stone surface, but even so... Ooh! No, 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 don't get trapped. Yep. Ah, but you're coming straight toward me, aren't you? So now is not the safe time to jump on the floating rock. He says as if there is ever a safe time to jump on a floating rock. Well, a less disadvantageous... Yeah. Words, how do they work? Disadvantageous. What's the word I was going? Oh, for fuck's sake, get on the damn rock. I think... Am I stuck in the rock?
Leave us while you can.
No! No! Fuck. Yep, I was stuck in the rock. I couldn't actually stand up. That was irritating. Try again. There we go. I think I'm clipping through the rock again, at least partially. That is very annoying. Right, let's try and complete this little floaty puzzle before he figures out what's going on. I'm going downward, I want to go upward. Right, I want to get to that one next, I think. What the fuck? What the hell was that about? Why did I was looking at the rock and suddenly started taking damage? Did I, like, get trapped between the two hitboxes for the two platforms for a second there? Because if so, that is some absolute horse shit. From my perspective, I was clearly... In fact, what would the two rocks float up underneath each other? What sense does that make? The correct answer being absolutely none. Well, good job I had a single health potion anyway.
Walk the path until my return to the...
If you just come here already, I'm going to cost you so I can hopefully find a way up here that doesn't involve getting crushed to death by floating boulders. Go to sleep. Excellent. Right. In fact, the ceiling looks like it would be susceptible to rope arrows. It's just sort of mushy vines. I wonder if I find the there we go. One day I will actually memorize the key bindings as well for my... Hey, there we go, yeah. No need to mess about with floating arrows. Floating boulders, even. It's gonna be one of those days where every time I try to speak a sentence, I end up injecting a word based on something I'm actually looking at rather than what I want to say. But every now and again I have those days when, you know, doing the whole LPing thing. Because I can disconnect my my narrative from my actual experience. One of the key skills you have to learn if you want to do any kind of even vaguely live commentary for an LP is to be able to speak on one topic while performing a different action. And every now and again, my mind will just refuse to cooperate. I'll start speaking about something I'm actually doing on screen, like in the middle of a completely different conversation. I guess no way to get up there though, is there? No obviously grappleable surface. Okay. He'll walk. Ooh! I told you it's the theme of the level. Running face first into people in the dark. And somehow not getting spotted. Except for that guy down in the bloody basement, who somehow spotted me out of the corner of his eye when I was crouched completely still in perfect darkness. Which I still don't get. Okay. Could be a lot of narrow corridors and potential to run into people, I guess. Although what even are the mages actually doing in these towers? I mean, I could sort of get like the boulder room downstairs would sort of work as like a training facility, teaching people to use magic, perhaps having them actually make the boulders float, or just have them get used to the idea of earth elemental magic swirling around, because I presume that's what's keeping everything aloft, unless they've got a chaos emerald somewhere. But yeah. But these corridors, just... I don't know, there are certain schools, for want of a better word. If you like read up about sort of various magical practices throughout history in the real world. there were various schools of thought that, you know, in order to learn to control one of the elements of nature, you had to completely immerse yourself in it. Again, if you wanted control over the ground, you had to, you know, live in mud huts and spend a lot of time digging and all sorts of other nonsense. Never worked for farmers, don't know why they thought it'd work for them, but, you know, that general idea. So I'm assuming that's what this is all about, like, they're spending as much time as possible just surrounded by their chosen element, hoping to gain an affinity for it, I suppose, maybe? I mean, I know in gameplay senses it's just a series of interestingly designed corridors that people patrol through, and you stealth your way around and, you know, knock them out or not, depending on what your gameplay style is. But from a world-building perspective, I can sort of see what the idea might be, but I can't help but feel it's like if this is the tower dedicated to this element and training people how to use this element, or at least, you know, to the study thereof. It's back where yeah, okay. That there should be some evidence that they're actually doing, you know, something up here. Rather than just, metaphorically speaking, pissing into the wind. Or into the ground, I suppose, more accurately in this case. It's a very bizarre choice, I can't... Okay. This was a door that I couldn't have accessed from the outside, but where is the outside? The outside is up on the walkways, I'm guessing. Yep, seems so. Okay, so what else can I access from up here? Or is this just yet another way to get into the central tower? I have a feeling that's probably what it is. We've got plenty left to look at though for now, so... Takes me back down to the first floor. Nope, garage to climb, there we go. So for now, we'll carry on going up. But I'm hoping, against all hope, that the Earth Talisman will actually be, you know, here. In the Earth Tower. Though the fact that even Garrett himself finds that unlikely doesn't fill me with a great deal of hope. I'm hoping that cutscene actually recorded okay. It'd be nice not to have to keep going, you know, looking them up on YouTube or whatever to actually get them. Oh! Bugger. It's not perfect darkness, but it'll have to do. It's kind of cruel, by the way, game. Keep putting these light sources right by areas I have to emerge from. Because, I mean, in this game, I don't have access to those, like, little security orb things that I could throw out. Scout orbs, that's the bloody word. I suppose in this game I don't actually have the mechanical eye yet, do I, though? Still flesh and blood eyes, hence no zoom mode. Well, you know, outside of the concentrate thing that happens when you have the bow drawn for a long time. Which I've already used, actually, as like a kind of a zoom mode. Getting a lot of moss arrows. Makes sense to get moss arrows in a place like this. Gonna be somebody coming, isn't there? Now we're stepping it up, are we? There's 2 guards patrolling this floor. I'll do. So I can still hear people talking. How many more of there are you? Treasure? No, moss. I suppose to these guys that counts as treasure, but to me it doesn't line the purse, you know? Right, where are you? I can hear you, but I cannot yet see you. Mouse? There you go. Always irritating when the mouse refuses to cooperate.
I shall build shelters from the winds, feel the countless waters, see the vast earth and burn into fire.
You guys reciting like your little mantra? You've mentioned pretty much every element there. So I'm guessing that's the point. Hey guys, how's it going? Just patrolling the halls, What a legend. Okay, where did you both go though? Over the... Oh god, over there. Okay. Let's do this. We'll hide in the corner. Perfect.
Sweet silence returns. I shall build shelters from the winds, feel the countless waters, see the vast earth and burn in eternal fires.
Yeah, so you're basically reciting the mantra of the Brotherhood, I'm presuming.
Build shelters from the winds.
I don't know if I've got time to actually knock you pair out.
See the vast earth and
Might be better off actually just avoiding you.
does the light reveal something to us?
No. Never trust the light. The light lies. It always lies. See, again, it's like... What's actually going on here from a world perspective? Again, gameplay is just a puzzle to navigate around. What actual purpose does walking around those pillars actually have? Wheelbarrow, okay. Like, I could see if maybe they were performing some sort of ritual. Like, you could see them, like, stop and do a little chant or something every now and again. Something to indicate there's a purpose to the pillars, maybe. But, yeah. As it stands right now, that kind of strikes me as they're just there as something for the player to avoid. Whereas ideally, of course, you'd want there to be an actual reason for them to be there and doing what they're doing. You know? Or perhaps I'm just getting picky in my old age. Always possible. Always possible. Some might even say probable. I know exactly who would say probable. Thankfully that cheeky little minx isn't commenting on these videos because she's not watching them. Even though she's accidentally featured in at least one. Da 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 da. Ooh, there you go. Ah, there is a point to this area. I'm starting to wonder. It's a maze, a three-dimensional maze. Which I think more games should actually do. The only game I'm aware of that really does, like three-dimensional mazes, would probably be... Actually, some of the Souls series does. That's not... It's not intended as a maze, it just sort of works out that way. By virtue of the fact that series is one of the few ones that actually does verticality as well as horizontal, level design. Right. I got something, a key apparently. A key is not a talisman. A key to the air tower. Guess that answers my question then now, doesn't it? Rope arrow, moss arrow. No talisman for me. Just the key to the next tower. I have to wonder actually, what is the point of this? Keeping the keys to the different towers. Like in the other towers, if you get what I'm meaning? I mean, again, the only reason we've been able to, start this whole chain of access, for want of a better term, is purely down to the fact that the lock for the water tower was broken. So, how precisely would anyone ever get around without, yeah, I'm going to arrow back up to the top, aren't I? Without one of the towers being permanently unlocked. Because the acolytes themselves are all, technically speaking, locked into towers they can't get out of. Because none of them have got a key to their tower. Again, I think that's probably a gameplay versus, world logistics thing going on again. The whole go to the water tower to get the earth key, go to the earth tower to get the air key. From a gameplay perspective, it keeps you progressing and gives the player a direction and a focus. From a lore and world building perspective, it makes absolutely no sense. I suppose this might actually reflect on the period in which the game was developed, when sort of gameplay mechanics, player direction, these were much, much more heavily focused ideals than making sure that your mechanical world, your gameplay, tied properly in to the world and lore and story you were generating. This was still in sort of a grey period when those things... There was less emphasis on making sure they intertwined, is what I'm trying to say. It's only very recently people have started trying to tie those two ideals together as closely as they can. Although, even more recently, people have started splitting it into things that emphasise only one or the other. You get games that advertise themselves as story-focused or narration-heavy, and other games that sort of tend to excuse story as much as they can in favour of focusing purely on gameplay mechanics. It's interesting to see how people work around the interactivity issue. Yeah, anyone who's not been a long time fan of this series, this is the shit I do. I start getting introspective and musing on design elements and whatnot. Any game I'm actually enjoying and playing for a long time, I'll start doing this with. I hear people. Oh, bugger! Run! Flee, escape! You saw nothing? In fact, I can lock this door, can't I? Yes, I can. Ah! Now what? Okay. Guess we're not going to go explore the central tower. I am going to be forced, one way or another, to actually go back, complete my original objective of searching all the towers first, and then moving into the centre. In fact, if this works out the way I'm expecting it to, and I have to go to each, individual tower, I might... Actually, would that even work out? Getting out of the fire tower, put me back at the start. That'd be a relatively short hop. Back down into the dungeon. I could then go up the central spire, which is apparently unguarded, all the way to the top, and then work my way down again and back out. So that could work. That could definitely work. I think we have a viable plan. We'll finish this off, hopefully. Come on. Words, how do they work? Hopefully, find the Earth Talisman. I'm guessing it's probably going to end up in the bloody fire tower. Then I'll loop back around to that secret entrance to the dungeon, go up Central Spire, and then clear out the actual main Mage's Tower from the top downwards, which by the time I'm finished should allow me just to waltz back into the dungeon and into the exit in the sewers. And that should be me done. No, can't take the key with me. It's now permanently fused to the lock. Or something. I don't know how these things work. In fact, I strongly suspect nobody does. Alright, Air Tower's my next target. So I've got to sort of backtrack on myself. That's interesting, actually. It does that. Goes in like a zigzag pattern instead of like just a straight circle. What if that's to encourage people to feel tempted, at least, to cut through the central tower? See, because I don't actually know where everything in this level is, that's the purpose of a blind playthrough after all, I don't even know if what I'm doing is like the most efficient route. Generally speaking, I'm more or less just following the path that the mechanics are laying out for me. Was it this way? I think he was back through that door, wasn't it? Maybe? Was it this way? One sec. Get myself turned around and lost already. That's not a good start. I don't remember stairs. Did I have to go upstairs or downstairs? Okay, yeah, I know where I am now. That's fine. Again, I'm leaving doors open as like pathway markers for myself. Because anytime I see a closed door, I tend to automatically assume that that is a place I have not yet been. If it's a place I have not yet been, there's no point... Right, is this the right place? Yes, it is, okay. We have the air key now, so... Bloody acolytes everywhere. Don't you people have jobs? Or something? I mean, really now? Come on. Hide in the darkness. This doesn't technically count as darkness, apparently. Uh-oh. You saw nothing. You saw nothing. Excellent. Go to sleep, Ang. There we go. Another perfect crime. Drop you in the shadows. It's you and Rasmus. Okay. Ooh, that's fancy. Not sure what crystals have to do with air, but it's still a fancy looking ceiling. Ooh, glowy thing. Nobody else around? Nope. Glowy thing is... The hell is that? Oh, it's a gas arrow, isn't it? I know what that is. That's a gas arrow. That's so a gas arrow. My instant knockout arrow, which... I can already see this now. I'm going to save that to like the very end of the level. Then probably never bloody using the damn thing. That's usually what happens to me. I'll find something really cool in one of these sort of games and then just never ever use it. Ah, crap. Crystal everywhere.
Escape while you can. You cannot escape
The inevitable.
Okay. This counts as bloody marble flooring. I bet it does. Yeah. Of course it does. Why would it not count as marble flooring? I mean, you know. Again, not sure how this relates to air, but... fine then.
Do you see death in the darkness?
Do you see what I see? Do you hear what I see?
You cannot run from your fate.
Akash, Akash, Akash across your bonds as you fall. Yeah, it's the holidays, what can I say? Because I'm recording this, it's, what? Yeah, it's about mid-December at this point. I know, wonderfully vague. I like not to be too specific. Because I never know exactly when these recordings will actually get uploaded. It always depends, you know how much of a block of recordings do I save up. So, in fact, I'm going to have to start thinking about what I'm doing in terms of Christmas vacation, aren't I? In regards to you guys, that is. I mean, I haven't actually got a Christmas video this year. Well, I don't really do Christmas videos. I tend to do little, funny knock-around things. I think was it last year I did the Christmas Obi-Wan thing? Or was that the year before? I can't remember already. But, actually that might have been... Oh, hi! That was probably years ago, wasn't it? I think I did that before... Yes, I did that before I started dating Abby.
Do you see death in the darkness?
Yeah, it's been a long time. I've been debating about... Bullshit!
Darkness shall overtake you.
I keep forgetting that it does that. If you throw the fast bomb, and it either lands anywhere the game can try and say is behind them, or if it lands directly at their feet, the flash effect just doesn't register and they don't get stunned. You have to make sure it lands in front of them a sufficient distance away. And, there we go. Let's say there better be an elevator or something in here. Again, not quite sure how this relates to air so far. This seems very much like the bloody Earth Temple. Earth Tower, even. Still thinking in Zelda terms. Crystals and floating rocks, All of that says Earth Temple rather than air to me, but whatever. Right. Where's this go? Over here this goes. Okay. Fair enough. Lots of interesting colours going on. It's very pretty. Can't deny that. Very pretty indeed. How am I doing for time? Yeah, I'm starting to run short of time as well. But I don't really want to stop an episode like in the middle of a tower. If I can avoid it at least anyhow. I'd much rather like keep going and hopefully give you guys something interesting to look at. I think this is probably the most in-depth tower trial we've seen so far. I mean, the water tower was... well, I didn't even really count as a trial, did you? Just like, go into the... oh, god, take keyboard, not now. Yeah, I've actually replaced the battery, so I don't know why it's doing this. It should have full signal range and whatnot. It's very weird. Okay, there we go. I'm wondering if perhaps there's some sort of bizarre signal interference happening because of my lightsaber. I've got like a proper Master Replica's lightsaber. For some reason, whenever I get my keyboard, my wireless keyboard, too close to it, I lose all signal between it and my PC. I mean, sometimes it's a power issue, like if my batteries are dying. But that's another thing that seems to happen as well. Like in this case, I've got full battery power now swapped. If I set my keyboard down too close to that lightsaber, suddenly I can't actually move. I have to like pull the keyboard further away from the computer to get it to work. Which is very, very strange when you're dealing with wireless technology. I assume there's some sort of weird interference. There shouldn't be though, it's just... all it really is what? Aluminium and a few circuit boards and such. To make the sound and clash effects and whatever else have you. There shouldn't be anything in that would cause interference. As far as I can tell, anyhow. Yeah. Never mind, never mind. Oh, it's so pretty. Nice calming music too. Sort of like, there's a bit of heavy synthesizer going on in there, I can hear it. Reminds me of Blade Runner, actually. Which I've heard is supposedly getting a sequel, isn't it? Oh, speaking of sequels, I've also heard get on the damn thing. Oh god, I think I'm stuck in the platform again. Yeah, I can't stand, I can't jump. All I can do is walk back and forth, I'm stuck inside the platform. There we go. It's better. Speaking of sequels, I've heard rumour... okay, that's weird. I've heard rumour that the sequel to The Last of Us is under production. Which I'm very excited for. I really wanted to see where the story was going to go. Because they made it clear that simply the final decision Joel made, that wasn't going to be the end of it. The way they ended that made it clear that there were things left that him and Ellie needed to work out. But of course the world was still boned. So I'm cautiously excited to see where this is going to go. I'm quite happy as long as they continue the quite excellent scripting and whatnot. No? Okay. Lockpick. No. 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 Oh, it's a timed quote-unquote puzzle. Right, I need to unlock it while it's actually downstairs on the platform. Okay. I'm just quickly working out how fast I can cycle to my lockpick on the wheel. Because I cannot for the bloody life of me remember what the shortcut key actually is. It's like, was it F11 and F12? Or was that load and save? No, never mind. Lockpick. No? How about the other lockpick then? No? Oh, I wasn't standing close enough. Yep, there it goes. Like a fart in a jacuzzi. Okay. I can't interact with this while I've got the lockpick icon actually up. It'd be so much easier if I could like just deactivate a selected item rather than having to scroll off it to put it away again. In fact, there's probably a button for that, I just don't know. Oh, bugger. I just don't know what it is. Yeah, there he goes. Because I scrolled in the wrong direction. Lost my chance to get it unlocked right then and there. Hope you're all enjoying this, by the way. Zoe spends 5 minutes doing a 30-second timed puzzle, instead of using the speed potion he knows he has. Though I don't think the speed potion's effect reaction speeds. I'm pretty sure they only affect movement speed. So, you know. That was a key. That was not a talisman, that was a key. Right. A fire key, of course. Okay. I'll stop here for now. And I'll see you folks in the next episode. So until then, thank you all for watching. Bye bye now.